Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. It's the eve before Good Friday, so a lot of people are going to have tomorrow off. I believe the markets are also closed tomorrow, so we'll take a look at what happened today in the markets, along with some of the news stories that we do have. We have a pretty cool news story out today, but we'll look at what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum. They're down today. Markets were actually up today. Miners were kind of mixed today, and then we'll take a look at a couple of stories that we do have. One of the stories is Bitcoin Whitepaper has hidden away in the macOS system, so that was kind of cool, I thought. We also have Soluna providing some information that they're going to be hosting more. We'll take a look at that. And then we have Energy and Terawulf providing their production results for March. So we'll take a look at those. Terawulf has done a fantastic job. So has Iris here recently. We'll take a look at all of those. And as always, you guys know the drill here. Not financial advice, for entertainment only. Please do your own research. I'm invested in flying coins companies for full disclosure. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. And let's get into the markets here. So the S&P was up today 0.36% to 4,105. Dow Jones was up just barely. It was up 0.01% to 33,485. NASDAQ was up 0.74% to 13,062. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was actually down a little bit today. It was down 0.43%, so it closed at 28,053. We are trading sideways here for, well, it's been quite a while that we've been trading here. Ever since, let's see here, pretty much you could go back to here. Sunday, the 19th of March. We've been trading pretty much sideways for the past two weeks, I would say, right? Almost 3 weeks now going on that. That we've been trading sideways. At the same time, RSI has been coming down here, which is good, which means we may potentially be able to rise back up, but we'll see. I still think we're going to be falling down possibly to the 200 weekly moving average, which is now at approximately 25,690, somewhere around there. That would be my guess as far as where we're going to go. Excuse me. That's kind of where I'm thinking right now. On the daily chart, if we look at the 1 hour chart also, we can see that the RSI has been kind of flat here. If we look at it from this point, price is actually lower here on the 1 hour chart. So that's kind of leading towards my thought process of Bitcoin possibly going down a little bit more. On that one, on the 4 hour chart, we can see here, right there. I mean, yeah, price is also coming down here a little bit. It's a little bit more flat, and you can see prices over here at that point, and we're still at that same point, almost a little bit under that. So that's why I'm thinking we are going to be possibly falling down. I don't know if it's going to be over the weekend. We do have a big options expiry happening tomorrow, and it doesn't look like the bulls are in control right now, unless tomorrow something changes where everybody just piles in and makes it a good day, but doesn't look like it right now, at least. Okay. If we look at Ethereum here, Ethereum was down today as well. It was down approximately 1.87% to a close of 1,973. RSI on that one is, let's see here, probably back here, is actually higher on the daily chart, or the RSI is flat here, but it's up on price from this point here, which is good. On the 4 hour chart, we can see here that the RSI did peak a little bit here in the last 24, 48 hours, and we've come back down a little bit here. So price is still up higher from that point. On the 1 hour chart, you can see the RSI is at 48. Last time we were back here, it is starting to trend downwards. So we might have a little bit of a reversal happening here in Ethereum as well. We'll see how it's going to work out over the weekend. And let's take a look at the miners here, see how they did. Annie was up today 0.95% to 35 cents on the day. And Argo was actually down 3.58% to $1.48. BitDigital was up 3.4 to $1.52. Bitfarms was up 1.22% to 92. Cypher was up 4.02 to $2.23. CleanSpark was down 2.01% to $2.44. Cores was up 0.31% to 32 cents. DigiHost was up 5.37 to $1.57. DMG was down 1.85% to 21 cents. Greenidge was down 0.41% to 41 cents. Hive was up 2.22% to $3.23. Hut 8 was up 0.6% to $1.68. Iris Energy was up nicely today, 7.17% to $2.99. Marathon was up 0.63% to $7.98. Mawson was down today 4.27% to $2.69. Riot up barely here, 0.11% to $9.16. Soluna was up 1.96% to 26 cents. Stronghold was down 0.51% to 66 cents. Terawulf was up 6.3% to 99 cents. So it looks like the markets definitely liked what happened in Iris Energy and Wolf as far as their production for March. And that's why I think they kind of pumped up a little bit here today, both over 5% in increases. So that was good there. Okay, let's take a look at the network hash rate really quick. As always, see what's going on there. We'll refresh it really quick. And we can see that the network hash rate has come up a little bit to 338 million terahashes per second on the 7-day average. On the 1-day average, we're kind of bouncing up and down here, but we're back up to 375 million as well. Okay, so that's it. Let's take a look at the stories that we do have. So I thought this was a pretty cool story here. Bitcoin white paper is hidden away in macOS system folder for some reason. And, you know, this could be just somebody that's a developer there that's also a fan of Bitcoin. And they put it in there, kind of hidden in there a little bit. So if you're using a Mac and want to refresher on the basics of Bitcoin, good news, blogger Andy Bayo has discovered that every modern copy of macOS has included a copy of Satoshi Nakamoto's original Bitcoin white paper, hidden away in macOS's folders and accessible with an easy terminal command. And here is that command. Open system library image, capture devices, virtual scanner app, contents, resources, simple doc PDF. And you know, we've confirmed that the document exists on a fully updated Mac running Ventura 13.3, and Bayo says the 184 kilobyte PDF file appears to date all the way back to 2018's Mojave. It's not present in 2017's High Sierra. I actually ran this on my computer here. I'm running a Mac. I've been running Macs for probably 10 years now. And there you go. We got the peer-to-peer electronic cash system white paper here in macOS, which is kind of cool. So they reached out to Apple, but Apple hasn't had anything to add. Absent a response, the easiest explanation is that the bizarre but ultimately harmless inclusion of the white paper is an Easter egg tucked away by some cryptocurrency enthusiast at Apple. We've expected to vanish in the future update. Now that has been noticed. I hope that they don't put it. I hope that they don't take it away. I think it's kind of cool that it's there, and it's on millions of computers right now. So this is kind of cool. All right, let me know what you guys thought of this. I thought this was kind of great. And it's a great way to spread the word. Would have been nice if it was just on the desktop for everybody to see right away when they, turn on their brand new computer. There's a little Bitcoin white paper. I thought that would have been even better. But still, having this in there tucked away is kind of cool. And let's get into our other stories here. So Soluna Inc.'s 25 megawatt hosting deal with leading Bitcoin miners. They didn't provide who it is, but they did announce today a 25 megawatt hosting contract with an industry-leading Bitcoin miner at Soluna's Project Sophie in Kentucky. The contract will shift Soluna's business model at Soluna's modular data centers at Project Sophie from proprietary mining to hosting Bitcoin miners for the customer. Soluna plans to sell its existing Bitcoin miners at the site and redeploy them. So that's good there, that they're going to sell the miners, depending what miners they have. The bad thing is they're going to be going into hosting. I hate hosting when it comes to the miners. I don't think it's as profitable of a business as self-mining is, but they are getting into it nonetheless. So I'm not for it. John Belazaire, CEO of Soluna Computing, commented, as markets have shifted, our business model has shifted with it. We are building a bigger hosting business and are excited to partner with industry leaders. This is one of the many hosting agreements we are exploring for our current and future modular data centers. So I'm not all for this. The margins are really small there. Unless they get a really sweet deal, I don't like it. I never liked hosting. Soluna is preparing the site to begin phasing in the customer's hardware over the next several weeks. So there you go. Another reason why I don't like what's going on with Soluna here. This is definitely a bad one, I think. Right? They have the data centers for themselves. They should just go out, buy miners, put them in there. They're going to be a heck of a lot more profitable doing it that way, especially as we get into the next bull run here, which is going to make them a lot more money, unless they're doing like some kind of a revenue agreement, revenue share agreement or something like that. Otherwise, I don't think it's a good idea. Okay. So that's Soluna. Let's get into Iris Energy here really quick. Iris Energy announces monthly investor update for March 2023, and we'll get into it here. Here are the details. So average operating hash rate 1.9 exahash. I don't like it when they provide the average. I want to know what their end of the month operating hash rate was installed and running. The average could vary quite largely here, depending where they started at the month and where they ended the month. You could get a much lower number than what they actually have. Bitcoin mined is 173, so that was good there. Mining revenue of 4.3 million. Electricity cost was 2,1,722,000. And revenue per Bitcoin was 25, roughly on average. Electricity cost per Bitcoin was 12.5 thousand per Bitcoin. So that was kind of good there, but it has definitely increased for a lot of the miners as well. Corporate update here. So increase operating hash rate by 79% to 3.1 exahash. Near-term ramp up to 5.5 exahash, so that's good. 355,461 ordinary shares acquired by director, Mr. Michael Alfred. So that's good there. That's great to see that they have conviction in what they're doing and possibly going up higher. And that's always great to see when you have insiders buying as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers I have for them, and then we'll get into Terawulf. So when we go here, let's see here. Iris Energy. So 54.9 million shares outstanding. Stock price is around $3 right now, $2.99. Market cap is 164 million. They have approximately, let me see here. I get into institutions. Current hash rate, 1.9 is where I have them at right now. 1.79 actually is the only way I could get it to work with the numbers and the revenue. Future hash rate, 4.5. That's what I have as far as reported for the miners that they already purchased or have agreements to purchase. They might be getting some more miners. They're saying that they're going to get to possibly 5.5. So they are 43% operational right now. Hash rate growth, they still have 131% growth. And they don't hodl anything. They sell pretty much everything. So their best performing month for Bitcoin production was in October. After October, they had to give back. I think it was like 3 exahash or close to 3 exahash of miners. And then you can see the big drop here in November of production, 151. December was their worst, 123. Then it came back up a little bit to 172, 156, and now 173. So they are starting to get back up here in production-wise. Efficiency also has come down here to about 87.4, which is still pretty good, which is in line with the average of the miners. Could be also towards the top end of a couple of the best performing miners as we have them. And so that's good there. And looking at the numbers here, I do have them at 4.34 million in revenue. But like I said, they sell everything, so we're not even tracking that. And let's take a look at what miners they actually installed here, at least what miners I added into them for March. For March, we have 24.1, or what was it? These 2,000 miners here, the 100 terahash. I added those. And the only reason I added those in was to be able to get to the 3.45 million in revenue. Without those, there was no way I could get it to it with 31 days in operation. So that was good. They also said that they are getting up higher than that eventually, or at the, was it the 5th? By the 5th of April, they were up higher than that. At 3 point, was it 2.3? What did they report here? 3.1 exahash. I think operating capacity increased by 3.1 exahash by the April 6th. Let me see here, where was it? April 5th, 3.1 exahash. So they definitely ramped up a little bit more there. Okay. So that's what we got there. Institution-wise, 34 institutions. So that is an increase here. Also, shares increased a little bit here to 11.78 million. That's 21.42%. We do have still strong buy ratings, 3 buy ratings now. So that's an increase by 1. 2 hold ratings. Price target is still $8 for the high, $6.42 for the average. So that's down a little bit, and the low is still $4. So that's fine there. And based on the numbers I have them at, they should be at a lot higher. So we're taking the numbers from the current quarter that we're in, the 3 prior quarters, and we got them at about 58.5 million in revenue here. 50% net income from gross revenue, we're looking at $10.65 with a PE of 20. And 75% net income from gross revenue, we're looking at $15.98 on them. So they are at $3 right now. I do think that they are way undervalued compared to where they should be currently, as well as some of the other miners are currently way undervalued, in my opinion at least. And they are going to be growing quite nicely here, so they should be going back up here. Okay, so that's it for Iris Energy. Let me know what you guys think of them. Let's get into TeraWulf, and we'll call it a day. So TeraWulf is here. Let's see here. TeraWulf, there we go. TeraWulf announces March 2023 production update and operations. So they increased hash rate capacity by 65% in Q1 2023 to 3.3 exahash as of March 31st. So they're already at 3.3 at the end of March. March 2023 highlights continued ramp at Nautilus facility, the first Bitcoin mining facility powered by 100% nuclear power in the U.S., and exited the month with approximately 9,200 miners energized. So that's great there. They achieved an average operating hash rate of 3 exahash for the month, a 50% month-over-month increase compared to February. So that's really good there. And like I said, I love it when they provide actual numbers instead of hash rate averages, because we can get a big swing in there. So that's great to see that they provided up top. Self-mined 233 Bitcoin in March with an average production rate of 7.5 Bitcoin per day. So that's good there. Power costs remain consistent with the company's target of 3.5 cents per kilowatt hour across its 2 mining sites, with an average cost of 7,000 per Bitcoin produced, or approximately 0.032 or 3.2 cents per kilowatt in March. And then they continue construction on building 2 at Lake Mariner facility, where an additional 15 megawatts of self-mining capacity remains on target to come online in Q2 of 2023. So that's all good there. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers I have for them, and we'll call it a day. So let's see here. We need TeraWulf. TeraWulf. Okay. TeraWulf has 186 million shares outstanding. Stock price right now is $1, so that's good. They've been coming up here. They did come down quite a bit. I think they were around 60 cents at one point, so they have been coming up here lately, so that's good. Market cap is 186 million right now. Current hash rate 3.3 exahash. Future hash rate is going to be about 5.3. They're saying 5.5. So we're pretty close to that. And then as far as their production is, they don't also hodl anything. They sell pretty much everything. Their production has been doing a lot better here. You can see consistent increases in production for the most part. They had a great increase here, obviously in March, 233. That's the most that they've mined. So this is a record for them, which is really good to see. The only thing that we're seeing here is their efficiency is kind of low, 69.97 for the month, but they installed a lot of miners. We always see that when a lot of miners are installed, efficiency always goes down during that time frame until things kind of equalize a little bit for them. So for the month, it looks like they made about 5.8 million. This is definitely their best month so far. And the miners that we got installed here in March are these, let me see here, these 100 terahash miners here, 4,500 of those. And there was another spot over here as well. Yep, 2,000 of these 140 terahash miners looks like possibly being installed as well. The other miners were running for about 25 days. It appears, based on the information that we do have, and that got us to the 5.8 million in revenue that they reported as well. Okay, so that was a good month for them. They got a lot of machines installed, which was great to see. Now they just need to continue adding those machines on to the facilities that they do have. Okay, institutions did increase for them a little bit here to 90, but shares went down a little bit here to 12.33 million compared to 12.34 million, and percentage owned went down a little bit as well to 6.62%. I think they had some dilution there as well. That's why that percentage owned has come down. Strong buy, 0 buy rating is 1, and then we have 0 hold and 0 underperform, 0 sell ratings on them, and we still have the same price targets, basically $2 across the board for high, average, and low. Based on all this information that we do have for them, as always, we're using the current quarter, which is an estimate, then we're using the prior 3 quarters that were reported, and we're getting them to 22.7 million right now. I have them currently based on their previous quarters. I have them at about $1.22 right now to $1.83, but as they're growing more, we could definitely see them getting up a lot higher based on their future growth, because right now they're going to be about 12.3 million in this current quarter, Q1, that was, well, just ended a couple of weeks ago. And prior to that, I mean, that's almost 50% or 100% higher than it was in Q4 of 2022. So they are definitely going to be generating a lot more. If we just multiply the 12 times 4, we're looking at, what is that, 48 million in revenue. That's definitely going to bump their number up here for the stock price as well, as we get into further quarters down the road here. Okay, so that's it. Let me know what you guys thought of this. I thought both Iris Energy and TeraWulf have been doing a fantastic job lately getting stuff installed, growing, and everything else. That's always something we want to see with these miners, is they got to continue to grow. We know that if you're not growing, you're basically going to be slowly bleeding out Bitcoin as time goes by. Okay, so that's it. And as always, you guys know the drill here. Let me see, where is it at? The Patreon members get access to all my spreadsheets. It's $4 a month if you want to get access to those. And I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you're off tomorrow, enjoy it. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a video on something else. We'll see if somebody else reports or anything like that. We still have a couple of miners that need to report. But other than that, I think we're going to be pretty close to being done. So thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great weekend. Hit the like button, subscribe if you can. Helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.